Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Go Off Sis. I am Danielle.
I'm Cassidy.
I'm Lexi.
And today is going to be a fun episode. We're going to talk about weird things that families do, specifically our family, that seemed normal, but are actually not normal.
Yeah, because our family's weird.
Right. But before we start, I would love for Lexi... to tell her story about some videos that were sent in a family group chat this week.
This is one example of how your family can be whack, okay?
Yeah, and honestly, like the oversharing, like the...
Yeah, it's just like too much info.
Yeah, it's like keep it to yourself.
Like this is one thing that's weird about our family is the oversharing.
And you get
the
exposed.
group chats.
The group chats.
The group chats. Like randomly, I'm minding my own business at work, whatever. And I get a text, first of all, in a group chat named Why Not Lexi, first of all, which...
I don't know why it's named that.
Remember that Kourtney Kardashian thing where Kim was like, we literally have a group chat like with your friends called Why Not Kourtney? And then like you guys added me to this group chat and like while you guys were talking about me though. And then you added me and then told me what you guys were saying. And I said, this is giving Why Not Lexi? And then they named it that.
Right.
So first of all, already whacked to begin with. Like I should just leave the group chat at this point. But I have to pull it up. But basically, one of my uncles, you want to go?
I mean...
Here, I can set the scene.
Okay, so... I'll set the scene if you will.
Okay, sure.
So one of our uncles has a beach house, and that's our default beach to go to. So we park at his house and go to the beach.
Right. And they have security cameras around this house because they don't live there during like the off season. So if you walk up to their front door, if you go around the backside, they are watching they get notified and they say there is somebody at your house.
Okay, but here's the thing. They sent this video almost 2 weeks after the fact.
Right.
So like, I don't know if they were like saving it or like they just checked, but I also thought like they're busy people. They have jobs.
Oh no.
Like they're not just going to sit and watch the cameras because like
I think there's
the cameras,
they're sitting watching
they have a
cameras.
live cam on their refrigerator.
Yeah, well, that's freaking weird. And I didn't know that. Thank you.
Okay, so tell us what happened in the group chat.
So they send literally every angle possible of me and Beach Boy. Like using the we just go to the back of the house so I can change because like we came from church, so I'm not in a bikini, so like I just need to change. Like he was already in his shorts, like he wasn't gonna change, but it's locked. So I was like, okay, we'll just go to the back of their house and then I'll change, whatever. And they send it, and he like quotes like me saying, I don't think they're gonna look at the cameras. Then sends videos and says, we caught some naked hoodlums at the Holland house and Todd's going to submit the footage to the authorities for an investigation.
And it's like the full video of like Lexi walking up with Beach Boy, them like Lexi saying this, them looking around. There's another angle then of I'm going to make a note. I'm literally going to bleep it out. I'm going to find a bleep noise and bleep it out because that is so freaking annoying. I can't say his name.
One day I might say his name, but I think it's just fun keeping
Here,
it
how
at
about
Beach
we
Boy.
say it right now? Ready?
No.
1, 2. I'm joking.
Well, I could bleep it again if you guys want.
Yeah, anyways.
I'm just so mad that I said his freaking name. I've done it so many times.
I've never
at this
slipped
point.
up.
I think one time you did.
It's been both of you.
But yeah, so there's another video of them literally looking at the cameras, like straight on, making eye contact.
Yeah. Well, there's a clip of him literally starting to get changed. And I literally was watching it. I was like, should I keep watching this? Like, does he actually get changed? Like,
no, all he did was take his shirt off. But he like kind of like went straight up to the camera and like took his shirt off almost like dramatically.
Yes.
It's
like,
almost giving like he wants the attention.
I know. And like when I send him this stuff, like I sent him all of this, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm mortified. But the thing is, I was slightly locked in.
You sent him this?
Yeah. Y'all aren't gonna hoe us in a group chat and expect me not to tell him. Like he thinks you guys are crazy, but that's besides the point.
That's
and like, so I like I was thinking I was slightly locked in because I thought to myself, there might be audio. That was the only thing. Like we weren't going to do anything whack. Like I was just changing, but I was like, there might be audio. So I didn't say anything.
Good.
Because I was like,
You were silent.
Yes, I was silent.
The only time Lexi doesn't talk.
Yeah, I wasn't talking because I was literally like, they might actually be able to hear. And I didn't want to accidentally say something stupid. But yeah, and like my mom said like hashtag shirtless beach boy. And then it's like my uncle said, right before the incident exposure, the perpetrators even acknowledged the existence of the cameras. Has Holland turned into a hippie exhibitionist colony? I don't even know if I said that word right. Probably not.
I thought it was so funny. I was not expecting that out of my, what was it, a Wednesday?
It was like 1 p.m.
Yeah.
It was, I was at work. Like,
I was like, this is the funniest content I've seen in a while.
I agree.
it's just like getting
here's the thing,
exposed
Lexi.
in a group chat. Like literally like video footage from like 3 different angles of like you and this guy that not everyone in your family has met. Like he's definitely still the talk. So it's like, oh, who is he? Like no one's met him.
Yeah. But Lexi, you know they have cameras.
Dude, Lexi,
why did
so-
you go up to the house?
So I could go behind it. I didn't want to change at the bottom and have his neighbors see me.
Yeah.
So it's like
You
kind of
change,
hooded
like,
in the
in the
back.
car.
My car is like a fishbowl. You can see everything.
But you don't think 3 cameras is a fishbowl?
I just
A
didn't
car
think
is
they'd care.
way better.
A car is better when his neighbors are down at the bottom.
I guess they don't care. Like they obviously like they sent the footage of like you guys walking up, but like then you guys changed and it was like that was
That was it. We changed.
Yeah.
Like I just went behind his house into like a nook so that people couldn't see me change. I didn't fully get naked. People are asking like I had what?
Nothing. Keep going.
The way you said the word Nook.
Nook?
Like Nook's granny. Is that what you're
No,
thinking of?
but like I've never heard you use the word nook in your life.
Dude, that's a normal word to describe a little space.
It's like, see, you weren't in a little space. You were just on the patio.
It was like, no, it was in the backside. Like there's a backside to the house. It was
There
a little
is a
nook that was
little nook.
blocking us off.
But
from
she
the
wasn't
rest.
in the Nook.
Yes, I was. Yeah, was in it, but I didn't want to. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. This is getting so difficult.
I am just gonna have to get used to using the bleeping noise.
Yeah, just. Dang it.
I'm crying.
Okay, well, anyways, I went into the back of the house because, like, also I didn't want to go straight up to the cameras and start changing if they were watching. Like, I'm not trying to, like, give them a view. Like, you know?
Bro, the word nook, I'm like,
It's not that funny.
I don't know why it's so funny.
it is so funny. Like,
It's just like a little space. I don't know. Like you read like a book, like a corner, like in a nook. Like you read it.
I know the meaning. It's just,
We know what it means. It's the way you used it.
Oh, okay.
And the
Okay.
inaccuracy,
no, it was accurate, Danielle. They have a
She
nook.
said inaccuracy.
Yeah, they have a nook.
which means I don't think you used it correctly.
What?
You were standing in the middle of the patio.
Dude, but I was behind, like
She
there was
went
a
into the
blocking.
nook.
Like I went into the nook.
Okay.
The nook is like the area with like the grill and like the back door
Like it's blocked
is like the
off
nook.
from like the whole
But
bottom
Beach
side.
Boy was there. She was way forward.
Okay, he was in a little corner, but anywhere blocked off by that wall is considered the nook.
Okay, fair.
So like
She thought she was in a nook, but the nook is also security cam.
Right.
yeah,
nook
okay.
was
So,
nooking.
well, anyway, so yeah, but I feel like it's getting
We probably just lost so many listeners.
yeah, because no one knows what we're talking about. No one knows what the house looks like. Anyways, I feel like it's getting misconstrued. I didn't like I had a plan. Like I had a long skirt on, so I just slipped on my bottoms. Women know. I like put the little bikini
Yeah.
top over my bra
You're
and then just
smart.
like so I
Yeah.
wasn't
You
like
did like the camp change. Like
Yeah,
when you go
I-
to summer camp, that's how you change.
exactly. So like I wasn't like naked. I wasn't afraid of like the neighbors.
She wasn't naked and afraid.
Right.
Right. But I didn't want my uncles to be like that close to me. Like so I went far away from the camera.
Right.
Well, this was a good life lesson.
I didn't learn anything for
What,
real.
yeah, what life lesson?
That
That
Our
you get
uncles are
exposed.
always
Yes, they're
watching.
always,
always
watching.
watching.
That is one thing that's true.
Yeah, they are well aware of everything that goes on.
And
they'll put it in a group chat too.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
add everyone to the group
and
chat.
they will create fake phone numbers.
Oh, for sure.
Fake
Yeah.
phone numbers, yeah. Fake drama, all the things.
Yes.
Okay, so in today's episode, Danielle found a bunch of Reddit stories that we're going to read.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about weird family things.
Yeah.
Should we start with like the things that our family did that was weird?
Yeah, that sounds good. We can start with some things that I wrote down that I think were kind of weird and then move into some of the Reddit ones.
Okay.
So,
Dude, that took us 11 minutes. That one story. Oh my gosh.
It's because you said Nook. If you had it, and then we dropped Beach Boy's name like 12 times.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah.
I hope you guys are watching this one. This is a funny watch.
This is funny. Okay, so I wrote this list of weird things that our family does that we probably thought were just normal growing up, but actually are kind of weird. And I haven't read this list to my sisters yet. So
Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah. Because I'm sure what you think is weird is different from what I think is weird.
yeah, and if you have other things, you can add them. But the first thing is putting ketchup on our eggs.
Okay, let
Okay,
me
so
just
you
stop
guys
you
don't-
with eggs, period.
It's
Yeah,
interesting
eggs are
actually
whack.
because you guys don't eat eggs
Nah,
now.
bro.
Maybe it's because of the
But-
ketchup. That's why I don't eat them.
Maybe, but growing up, ketchup on our eggs was normal.
Wait, doesn't everyone do that?
No.
No, okay, but
No,
it is
it's not
semi-normal.
normal.
It's
Yeah.
not like crazy normal, but it's semi-normal. And actually, I grew up in a different era. Me and Dad put barbecue sauce on our eggs.
Okay, so
Okay,
that's
that's
even
crazy.
weirder. That's
So-
even weirder.
I used to put syrup on my eggs.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
That's
I feel like
Kinda
that's
weird.
It's
makes
better than
sense.
freaking ketchup.
Yeah.
But ketchup, I think, is a breakfast condiment a little bit because you
Oh,
use
it
it with
is.
potatoes.
Like
so
hash
I don't
browns.
think it's
Like it's at the
Common.
table at a breakfast place.
so I first realized that it was weird when we started going to summer camp and when I would get eggs for breakfast and I would get little ketchup packets on the side and nobody else in my cabin would put ketchup on their eggs. And they would think it was weird.
It's like it's still pretty.
It's not
common.
like, like a 1% thing, but it's probably like a 10% thing
Okay.
of people that do it.
interesting.
Another weird thing that I wrote down was that if you have like a double-sided sink, which is what we had growing up, the left side of the sink in our family was reserved for recycling.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Like if we
yeah.
ever had anything like cardboard, cans, whatever, our mom would have us put all of it in the left side of the sink instead of having like a separate trash can where we would put stuff in.
Right, because the left side of the sink is usually for clean dishes, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the right side's for dirty. And then
Yeah.
recycling is supposed to go in like a bin or something.
But we had a stone cutting board that remained
And
in the
it's-
left side of the
and
sink.
it's still on the left side of
yeah.
mom's sink.
Still on the left side of the sink with the recycling.
And the thing is, the cutting
Oh,
board,
yeah.
it was like a stone, like a
It's not a cutting board. It goes in the oven.
It's a baking
baking stone.
Yeah.
And it's like you never know if it's clean or dirty in there.
You never
And
know.
it looks dirty 24/7. Like even when it's clean, it looks
It
dirty. So I'm not gonna lie. I probably used that when it was dirty so
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And honestly, that's why I like to always keep my sink like clean,
Yeah.
like empty, because
Yeah. Low
of
key.
that, because there was always recycling on one side of the sink.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever think that people that had like a drink fridge or an extra fridge in the garage were
rich.
like rich?
Yeah, I did.
Which now it's like that would literally cost like $200.
Or like an extra freezer in your garage
yeah.
to put stuff. I was like, oh my word, these people are ready.
I didn't think that for real. I just thought that mom like just didn't want that.
Oh, me and Danielle had these friends who had a pool and they had all of these like name brand snacks. And like randomly when we would be hanging out at the pool, we would go into their pantry and get name brand snacks.
Yeah.
Like zebra cakes
Yes.
and Little Debbie's stuff that we never had at home.
We had Aldi brand
You want to know what I thought?
or Meyer brand.
What I thought made you like cool?
What?
This is just what made you cool. Bro, if you had those yogurts that had like the M&Ms that you put on top.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you were elite.
I
It's
mean,
so
those still
true.
today are really expensive.
They
And they just
are.
hit
Like
they're
$4
so
a piece.
good.
Yeah.
They are good.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Sure.
So something I don't really know about this one, but like when we were younger, we would go to a restaurant with our whole family because a lot of times our family does stuff all together, like aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents. We would go to a restaurant and ask for a table for 16 people and just think that that was normal.
Yeah, like
Right.
a
We
walk-in
did that
16.
all the time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And
That's
now
so
that
true.
we're older, I'm like, and especially working like in a restaurant,
Yeah.
someone saying they have a table for 16 is crazy.
Yeah.
That's true. I do remember that.
And then like 6 of those being kids and not
Yeah.
adults, or even like 7. Yeah, like literally we had so many kids.
Yeah. I thought if you ordered a Shirley Temple at dinner, you were so cool.
Or a drink, period. We
Yeah.
never did drinks.
No.
We always did water.
Yeah.
Had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Which is
like,
just
oh
funny.
wait, I have one thing that's I think niche to our family. Like when we'd go to the store with our mom, like every single time. Honestly, I think it was a form of bribery, like to get us to go with her. But like we'd always get one treat.
Yes,
So
the
you got-
$1 treat.
It couldn't be over $1.
Yeah, so you'd like basically like candy bar, slushy, like whatever you were feeling. But like literally, it was like, oh my gosh, like what are you getting for your treat?
Oh my gosh, and we'd talk about it like
The
on the
whole
way
time.
there. We'd
I
be
think
like,
I'm gonna get a slushie today.
Yeah.
like literally we were acting like we were inventing like gravity or something
Yeah.
with how much we talked about it.
Yeah.
But also remember how mom used to like in the cookie aisle grab like a Chips Ahoy
And
with
then we
like
would
the
eat
old-
them.
Yeah, the resealable, and we would literally eat them while we were shopping, and then
Yeah.
she'd just pay for the empty thing at the end.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
kinda
like we never
crazy.
stole cookies, but we would eat while we shopped.
Dang, she's better than me. I would have threw that thing away.
So kind of like that was something that was normal for us, but other people did not do that, was when we went to McDonald's as a family, we were not allowed to order anything that wasn't on the dollar menu.
Yeah.
There's a theme.
Yeah.
I'm realizing.
Interesting. Remember when we would get, was it the 50-piece nugget? It was like a gigantic nugget meal and we would all split it. That was like a thing for a while.
Yeah.
For a little bit, yeah.
I remember the first time I was ever allowed to order a Big Mac.
You do?
Were you by yourself with your own credit card?
With dad? Were you
Yeah,
with dad?
it was
solo?
dad.
Yeah, see,
Me
that's
and
why.
dad went and I
Yeah.
got a Big Mac, but then I ate it all. And mom like took photos of me in my last few bites of eating the Big Mac. And I was like probably like 7. Like I was young.
Yeah.
I was in elementary school. This was at Vantage.
Oh my gosh.
That's the thing about mom and dad. Like mom was the saver, dad is the spender.
Yeah.
So if you really wanted something, you went to dad.
Yeah.
Oh, for
You
sure.
didn't go to mom.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And-
mom.
But you had to be like with dad at the place in the process of ordering. It wasn't like secretly ask dad on the side, because then dad was going to talk to mom.
Yeah.
It was like,
it
had
has
to be
in
in
the
the
moment.
moment.
She's
for
not
sure.
present.
Krispy
He can't-
Kreme donuts.
He can't consult her.
Right.
Like you put him on the spot. He has no choice. It's like you're pressuring him in the
Yes.
moment.
Yeah. I remember like when we were kids
He caves.
that like I would be so excited to go to the doctor's office with him because every time after we got chocolate shakes
From Burger
Yeah.
King.
from Burger King.
Yep.
So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting a shot today. That means I get a shake. Like I was so lit. I was in 2nd grade waiting for my early dismissal. I was like, hey, I'm getting a shake today. Like, because with mom, like, nah, you don't get a shake. You get the $1 cone from
And
McDonald's.
she makes you go back to school after.
Yeah.
Dad would like keep you at home after.
She made you go back.
Mom didn't make me go
Mom
back.
is, her eye is twitching right now listening to this episode. All right. So another thing that I thought was normal, but did not realize till we were adults was not normal was, and I don't necessarily have like I'm not necessarily mad about this, but I just didn't realize other people didn't do it, was we went to church like 3+ times a week.
Yeah.
So we were there on
Yeah.
Sundays from 9:30 a.m. until about 12:30 p.m. We would go back on Sunday nights, and then we would come back on Wednesdays.
For
And then
Awana.
usually there was even another extra day, like an event or like a volunteering
Yeah.
thing that we would do. So
But honestly, it was just like we were all spending time together.
we were all
Like,
spending time,
think
and all of
about-
our friends were there.
Yeah, think about our summers when like all we did was just spend time together. Like it didn't matter where we were always just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
spending time with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when mom would make us dumpster dive. Like
Yeah.
Right.
Make us.
Which,
let's
you know,
we would throw
three-
Lexi
Yeah.
in.
Thank
Well,
you.
we thought that was normal, but like mom literally, it was Lexi. I think Lindsay did it too. And then mom literally in the dumpster, but it wasn't a dumpster. It was, I think, technically recycling. So it wasn't
was-
as gross.
I remember once people
paper
were
gator.
about to walk by and she shut the lid on me. I was literally like, hello. She was like, shh. And I was literally like, bro, like, oh my gosh, it's dark.
She's
in
like,
here.
Lexi, look for the coupon for the Danimals.
I
Okay,
know.
should be pink in color.
Yeah, and I remember that. But that's true. I feel like all of our childhood was just like we would do anything as long as like we were hanging out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was like, oh, okay, bet. Like we're about to go do something so whack. Like we'll have fun.
Yeah, whatever. So
Yeah. And what I don't think Danielle, you did this, but it was me, Lexi, and Lindsay. We would walk to the elementary school that we lived by, and we would play on the play set for hours. And like mom was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
She was at home. We would walk by ourselves.
Yeah, it wasn't far.
Yeah.
But still. And we like played Foursquare, but we invented our own game called Long Square.
Honestly,
it's to this day the best day.
And
like,
yeah, 2 hits, 2 bounces.
yeah, we like created our own rules, and to this day it's like the most fun game ever. But, like everyone hates on us. We always try to play it and everyone always thinks it's whack.
No,
like you had to be there when we originally created the content.
Well, remember when we hung out? So Drew's family growing up lived right next to our family. So we invited Drew and his little brothers to come play with us.
Yeah.
And didn't they kind of like the game?
Yeah, they got into it. Okay, well the catch was it was like in between like these walls.
Yeah, we played in a very specific area where you could hit it off the wall.
Yeah, it was like a doorway.
We were inventors.
Because it was a school.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there were 3 walls. So you could use the walls to your advantage to like hit against it, which like really helped like strategy wise. So yeah.
Guess, yeah. It truly, to this day, if we brought you to that spot to play, Danielle, you'd be obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have loved it. Yeah. We moved to that house when I was in 7th grade. So I like was out doing my thing.
Right.
In
Which I don't know.
7th grade?
I don't know how you were out. Like, how'd you get there?
Cassidy
lot of
was like
my-
hanging out with us till she was like 16.
Because all of my friends were still at our past house. So I would like go back there a lot and hang out with
That's
them.
true.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. In Vantage, I have maybe 3 memories of you. Like
Yeah,
I
I
just
was
don't
barely
remember
there.
you there.
I was always out doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it's crazy
You know.
that you were literally in 7th grade because like
Yeah.
how?
7th grade is
Who
insane.
picked you up?
Like, what do you mean? You were outside. You were like, we outside.
I don't know. I was a socialite.
How did you make it back like 20 minutes to our other neighborhood?
Or I was at Presley's. I was at, I don't know, anywhere.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I
Bethany's.
never saw you. Like, did you eat? Like,
Yeah, were you present at meals?
I don't know. I was
That's-
somewhere.
That's crazy.
I was out. I've always been the same. Always out. Okay. Listening to Dave Ramsey on the radio.
Oh my gosh, that
I
was
learned
the worst part of my day.
the most financial advice I've ever gotten was when I was 6 years old.
3 p.m.
Dude, I remember-
What was it? It was an AM radio station.
It was
like
horrible.
1690, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
AM 1690. She'd put it on.
I genuinely blocked that out of my memory. It was so bad. Like every time she'd pick me up from school at like 3 or 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, I would like sometimes cry when she would put it on because I hated his voice so bad. Like
he
to
would
this
just yell
day-
at people.
Bro,
He's
if
kind
I-
of arrogant.
Yeah.
No,
Like if you listen to him, he's kind of like, okay,
yeah.
you get it.
If I could one person on site, it's Dave Ramsey. Like me and him, I see him, I'm swinging, and I mean that. like it made me so
Did
mad.
our mom meet him?
Yeah, and she was really like upset because he
was
He was
rude.
rude, yeah.
I could have told her
Which,
she
I
was
mean,
rude.
come on. He's rude
He's
on the
rude
radio.
on the radio, yeah. So, anyways, I thought that other people's parents maybe listen to Dave Ramsey. I mean, you know, not every day, but maybe they'd heard of him, whatever.
Or just
Nope.
like the radio in general, like blaring the radio instead of listening to music. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing that we did as a family that
Oh wait, sorry.
go ahead.
About the Dave Ramsey thing though, it was a very niche time that she could listen to it. She knew she couldn't listen to it if it was like me, you, and Lindsay in the car. She had to play music. But if you were 1-on-1 with mom, she was gonna overpower you.
Yep.
That was the only time that Dave Ramsey came out. It's you
Yeah.
and her in the car by yourself. Horrible.
Yep, that's true. Okay, so we never had dinner on Sunday nights.
Yep.
No, don't even get me started on that.
I'm still hungry thinking about it.
Like literally every Sunday she'd be like, "Welp, I'm not feeding you guys tonight." Like
It was
how is that
How do you
allowed?
get to skip a
Fend for
a
yourself.
meal? What do you mean? I'm not feeding you tonight.
I'm literally 6. Like I'm 6, 7, 8, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm just like you're on your own tonight." On my own.
What do you mean? Like
I got a
know.
401k and kids. Like I don't got a mortgage.
There's
Like,
noodles. They're uncooked. I don't know how to boil water.
I don't even know how to start a stove.
Crunchy noodles.
Like, dude, genuinely that like
How do you like literally? What do you mean I'm on my own? Like
That's when
I
we would
am
go to a friend's
I'm-
house. Do you have food?
I'm
No,
single
actually,
digits in age. Single digits.
I remember like when we had lunch, I would eat like I'd never ate before on Sundays because I was like, this is it for the day.
It's like
not the
hibernation.
prepping. Not the prepping.
Yeah, or it was one or the other, or I'd save some of my meal to reheat for later. So I was like, bro, like I got nothing to eat tonight.
Mom's like, Lexi, you want to save your leftovers? She's like, yeah, I do actually. Thank you.
Can't even reach the microwave.
Yeah, look, I genuinely had a step stool at this age, and I had to.
She can't even read. She doesn't know what 1, 2, 3.
I hope this says 1 minute.
Like, I knew nothing, and she was like, "Yup, you're on your own tonight, sweetie. I'm on my own." Is insane. Like,
This is the funniest podcast we've ever done.
like,
I'm crying.
no, I'm like shaking. Like, I forgot about that memory.
Oh,
I remember.
I just seal laughing way too hard.
I remember Lindsay would come up to me and be like, "Lexi, I'll help you make food tonight. Okay, you're not on your own."
It's like it's the Hunger Games or something.
She always was such a mom.
Yeah.
It literally is like the Hunger Games. You have the center, you better race. You better take that your food.
Dude, we would usually eat cereal because that's the only thing we knew how to make.
Or like sometimes we could like get dad to make us hamburger helper.
Oh no, that was only
Dad-
when mom had jewelry shows.
Oh dang,
Dad
wrong
was
days.
no help.
And it was the cheeseburger one.
It was like I was making toast with no butter. Like just bread toasted.
So anyone who thought we were privileged.
Dude,
Yeah.
she could have just whipped up 4 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like that's all I was asking for.
Sometimes Sunday nights she would take out some Ritz crackers and cut up some cheese cubes.
Or
and
she
then
would do
full
breakfast.
slices full slices of turkey meat and said, "Rip
Yeah.
it yourself."
She did do breakfast
did
for
do
dinner
that.
a lot.
Yeah.
Like she would
Mickey
usually
Mouse
like,
pancakes.
Yeah, make pancakes or something crazy. But there was the occasional time. Lexi, I'm so sorry. I don't even remember helping you on those nights because it was really every man for himself. Like
Lindsay always helped
I
me.
always went to the Beals because I knew that Mrs. Beal made chicken parmesan.
Danielle just like picks up an Uber. She walks
yeah, for
outside.
real. Like, how were you a traveler at 7th grade? Like, where
How
are you
did
getting?
you
Did you have an
leave?
electric scooter that like? Were
I
you one
actually
of
did
those
have an
kids on the
electric
side of the road? Like,
No, I would after church. I would strategically ask my friends what your mom was making. That
oh,
day.
I remember that. Or like well, on Sunday nights, it's because we had Awana. Or we had stuff at church, so sometimes they'd
that
provide
changed
food.
later.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. They did give food.
It wasn't
sometimes.
always that
But
way. That was when I
sometimes.
was like 15. It changed.
Anyways,
Okay, we need
So
to
next
keep
one.
moving on.
Next one.
all I know is I'm feeding my kids every Sunday night.
Okay. So growing up, Christmas, we didn't celebrate Christmas on Christmas morning.
Yeah,
We never
Never.
had Christmas mornings.
dude. To this day, people think we're weird for that. That
Yeah.
one I knew was weird.
Christmas morning means nothing to me.
No, me too.
I'm like, I'll sleep until noon. I don't care.
It's Noche Buena, Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we never called it Noche Buena.
We
Don't act
didn't.
like we're Spanish like
No,
that.
no,
We
no,
didn't.
no.
We should have.
I'm going to be
Everyone else
honest.
did.
I don't know why I just called it Noche Buena.
It's okay.
It
like
was that one
100%.
marg you drank earlier.
It was. It
You're
was
like,
the margarita.
"Noche buena."
One mark, she's instantly like 200% more Hispanic.
200%.
That's crazy. Yeah, so we didn't have Christmas
like-
morning experiences at all, really.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
would just, the goal was to get dressed and look cute for Christmas
Yeah.
evening.
But
It's
I
true.
think it helped us out as we got older because now it's like that's the time that all of you spend with your spouse's family. So now
Yeah.
it works out.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like you go to Charlie's grandparents, Lindsay goes to Ju's family for Christmas morning.
Yeah.
I think you go to Brett's family. Yeah. Yeah. So like you guys do all that with your spouses and like I like always just chill with dad and mom.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like mom always makes some like French toast casserole and me and dad always watch a Christmas movie. It's like we actually kind of do something. It's
Yeah.
like our little tradition.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I would prefer to sleep in on Christmas morning, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
I'm kind of thankful that we established like the Christmas Eve thing as a family because I think moving forward, we'll just always have that. Like we're always going to be able to all
Yeah.
be together
Yeah.
on Christmas Eve.
And then with our own
when we have
families-
kids and stuff, I'll probably do a Christmas morning.
yeah.
Exactly.
Which will
It's
be
like-
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
But we never did Christmas morning. Like honestly, a gift from Santa only lasted for like
10
not
seconds.
that long.
Dude, for especially me.
Yeah, like we
Like
never
I swear
did Santa.
I stopped getting Santa when I was like 10.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Probably
younger.
the Wii that we got was your last one.
Yeah,
Probably.
like I remember at such a young age, and like she didn't. I hope people that listen to our podcast know Santa isn't real.
Bye.
Okay,
What do you think like 11-year-olds are listening?
Dude, I don't know. You never know if we got some kids on here. I'm not trying to
Lexi.
spoil it, but Like I vividly remember mom would like wrap one gift and it's like from Santa to all of you. And I was like, bro,
in her handwriting.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro,
Right.
Santa's so stingy. Like I was a good girl all year for what?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you have more on the list?
The only, let me see. Yeah, no, that's it. We kind of like, actually some of the ones that you guys brought up, like were on my list. And so,
cool.
yeah.
All right. So should we read the stories?
Yeah.
Okay, Danielle, you can go first and then Lexi and then me.
Okay, that sounds good. I will read this one right here. Okay. This one is from, oh, they don't have names. Never mind.
And it's on Reddit.
It's
so
on
maybe
Reddit.
Don't
Yeah.
expose them.
Right. Okay. When I was little, we used to wash all of our straws with pipe cleaners and reuse them. My dad came from a family where almost everything was saved or reused. One day after dinner, my mom said, "That's it. I'm tired of washing straws. We're going to throw them out from now on." I was very surprised that this wasn't normal. I assumed that the sole purpose of pipe cleaners was to wash straws.
oh my gosh.
Don't you wonder what do I do right now that kids would be like, why do you do that?
I know,
Like, what
yeah.
is there that I'm saving or like doing that people think is abnormal?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Someday our kids will make a podcast about us called Go Off Something, and they'll all talk crap about what
Go
we
off,
did.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think of like Charlie's grandma is so frugal to the point where she has like an inch by inch little Tupperware that she will save like peanut butter in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm literally like, peanut butter? Like it's $2 at the store.
Right.
Like I think I'm like the opposite of that to where I will throw everything away. Like Charlie literally was like, you threw away this important document.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
documents.
It was like some sort of instruction manual for something. But I
Okay.
was like, I don't know. So I think I'm on the opposite end of it, but like saving every little thing, I think that's definitely like in our parents
Yeah.
/ grandparents generation. And I just don't think we're like that anymore.
Yeah. Or you.
Yeah.
You think you are? Are you a
No, I'm
hoarder?
not. I'm a little bit in between,
Yeah.
I would say, because I have some small Tupperware where I save some stuff, but
Right. But my thing is like I save stuff in Tupperware. I literally never eat it. Like it will mold in my fridge before I eat it.
like the other day I had like a little bit of chickpeas left over from this like dinner that I made, and they were sitting in my fridge for 3 days, and I was like, I could just throw them away. And then I had the thought, I was like, or I could make hummus. And I did.
Oh, good for
Well,
you.
that's really slay. I'm not gonna lie.
I would never think hummus. I
didn't even know hummus came from chickpeas.
Honestly, me
I just
either.
learned a new fact today.
I'm like, I could throw it away or I could throw it away. Those are my two options.
so
I can't create something new. The
Absolutely
heck?
not.
Like I always think that thing right there is a turnip.
No.
Oh, it does kind of look like
or
a
a
turnip.
beet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think,
What even is that? It's like
I
a.
don't know. It's your
It's
plant.
a plant that like okay, literally my neighbor dropped off at my doorstep. They're so nice. This is the second present they've given me.
Have you
I've never
given
met
them
them.
anything?
I've never met them before. But they like they leave me presents all the time. It's giving sugar daddy. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, it looks like a turnip. I don't know what it is. It's like a plant that doesn't need water or light or
Yeah, it doesn't even
oxygen.
look like a plant for real.
It's
It
kind of
is.
freaky.
Anyway.
Anyways.
All right, Lexi, you got the next.
Yeah, the next one. Okay. As kids, my dad would pin one of his socks around our neck whenever we got sick and had to stay home from school. We would also be slathered in Vicks vapor rub too. He also always sing us, "I love you a bushel and a peck, a hug around the neck," but would change the lyrics to "sock around the neck" when we were sick. Looking back, we were kids living in Southern California with kids originally from Chicago that didn't have any more winter clothes but believed in bundling up to kick the cold weather and get better. My husband mocks me to this day for continuing to use Vicks when sick. I no longer pin a sock around my neck because it's weird, but wholesome as can be. Love you, Dad. Don't ever change.
Isn't that kind of cute?
That is cute.
I mean, it really relates to our dad because he's the king of home, like diagnosing you
oh, for sure.
and giving you medicine. Just
like, is drinking Sprite after you throw up normal? He would
or
always
ginger
a ginger
ale.
ale is common. I would say Sprite is no.
I think he thought they were like similar. He'd always be getting me a Sprite.
He's like, no, ginger ale's gross. Drink this Sprite. A spicy Sprite
is
will really do it for you.
That's funny.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's just like random medicine things that you grow up thinking and believing. And then when you get older, it's like, where are the facts?
Right.
Like, why did I think that?
You just put so much trust.
Yeah. And like, even to this day, I just got over a sickness and Charlie was like, you have to take Mucinex. And I'm like, well, I'm taking Sudafed because I grew up, Dad made us take Sudafed, not Mucinex.
Not the normal Sudafed, though, the stuff behind the counter.
Yeah. And then Charlie was like, no, you have to take Mucinex. Like, trust me, it works. And I'm just like, what are we all, pharmacists?
And
like,
that's when we call Lindsay. Now.
I wouldn't call Lindsay yet.
I do.
I'm waiting until she gets through school.
Dude, she's
100%.
got her white coat.
She does have her white coat, but she literally told Lexi she had kidney stones, and Lexi didn't have kidney stones.
That is true. I had a UTI. She had me tweaking, bro. She always be texting me, randomly diagnosing me. Like, she texted me the other day and was like, do you still randomly get leg aches? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, so you need to take iron, like all this stuff. Oh, she'd be like, do you always feel
that,
this
though.
way?
I think you need to take iron.
Yeah, she's so true about that.
Okay, I didn't say she was wrong. Chill on me. But she'll always text me and diagnose me things. Like, once I told her that like bananas make my like mouth itch sometimes, and that if I'm not careful, I'm gonna go into like epileptic shock and die.
Anaphylactic shock.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
Epileptic
I
by.
mean, like epilepsy.
bro, obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. I was
here when she said that because she said like you can't keep eating it. Like you'll keep eating bananas even though.
Yeah, it was something weird.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You're
okay.
next.
All right, Cass, you ready?
Yeah, totally ready. I am reading it right now.
Okay.
If my in-laws pick us up something from the store, we need to pay them exactly what it costs. $12.42, $16.81, etc. If it came to $12.81, we have $13 total, they will give us back 19 cents. Also, if we get our stuff for them, we receive the exact money in cash, $7.82, $11.41, etc. Christmas, yeah, we all have to get as close as humanly possible to spending the exact same amount on each other. If I spend $12 on my father-in-law, we're only supposed to spend $10. Rest assured, I'll be getting $2 in the mail in the near future. We have them over for dinner and we get a pizza. They will figure out exactly how much their slices cost. So if a pizza came to $12.50 and there were 8 slices and they have 4 slices total, yep, we're getting $6.24 from them. Doesn't matter how much we insist on not taking the money. It's comical at this point, but it's still so weird.
That's so whack. Just living like that would stress me out.
Yeah.
So much math.
Yeah.
Honestly, cents mean nothing to me anymore.
Same.
Nothing.
I have a pet peeve. I hate when people Venmo request with cents.
I do too.
Or like Venmo me with cents.
Just
like round up or down.
Or round
Yeah.
down. I'm not even offended if people give me under just a little bit. It's cents.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I'm like literally if it's $15.84,
16.
Venmo request me for 16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like literally 16 cents. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
is it
insane.
really that serious?
Right.
It's not.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, except mom charges me every month for the cell phone bill and she'll add cents in there. And I'm like, Mom,
Dang.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Just charge me up. It's fine. It's fine.
You heard it here, Mom. Start
charge me
scamming
up,
her.
Mom.
She'll pay.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Okay.
You chose these. So.
Yeah, for a while you're looking at us like it was our
I
fault.
know. There actually weren't like a ton of these on Reddit. It was like all within like this thread. But this one is, yeah. Poop knives.
Oh, I've heard about this. Oh my gosh.
My sister's husband's family didn't have plungers when they were growing up.
Absolutely.
So they
not.
had poop knives. Each member of the family had his or her own knife. Pretty self-explanatory. If you clog the toilet, stab it with a knife.
Ew.
Absolutely not. Like
Can I-
genuinely, that was so whack that I even just heard that story.
So,
Isn't that so
are you done with the
gross?
story?
That's it.
I've never clogged the toilet ever in my life because I'm a woman and my poops are the size of nothing.
Rabbits.
Yeah, I don't clog the toilet.
I've
I never
clogged
have.
the toilet because of over like towel
Toilet
use.
paper.
Yeah.
That's what mine is too.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
always just
even
be
done
like
that.
like be tweaking and throwing whack stuff in the toilet and trying to flush, and I always knew it won't flush, and then I'm always
Yeah. A poop knife is crazy. Like, I just have so many questions. Like, are you...
I don't
Where
feel
do
like
they
a knife
keep it?
is. I don't feel like a knife is long enough to get down in there.
Yeah.
Like your hands would definitely touch the water.
Yeah,
in my
where do you
opinion.
keep it? Why, like, okay, are you chopping up? Are you dicing? Are we slicing? Like,
Oh, I wasn't thinking like that.
that's literally what it's for, is it not? You're literally slicing it up. It's disgusting.
Well, the thing is, you would have tried to flush, so I think it would have got mixed up at that point. Like,
yeah,
I
but
don't
still.
think it's in like a solid foundation. Can we please stop talking about this? I don't know why we're talking
I
about
can't
this.
believe she said slice or dice.
Yeah, honestly,
It's something you actually have to think about, though. Because
No, it's
what
not,
is the
'cause I
knife
use a
doing? What is the
plunger.
knife doing?
why is there a knife in question? If
Okay,
you use
when
a poop knife, if you're listening and you use a poop knife, like genuinely out of all love, you're whack. Please, I will send you money for a plunger. They're at Dollar Tree.
Literally at Dollar Tree. And you know what I thought when I heard of poop knife? I thought of those spatulas that people use to like spread on their babies' butts, like a poop spatula.
Right.
Where like, oh, diaper cream, you spread it on with the spatula.
Do you know what Cassidy told me about poop spatulas the other day?
That was
she
a
held
joke.
up.
Danielle, it was a joke.
Say it.
That's a joke.
Say it.
Don't.
She held up her.
No! Do not. Maybe if you'd stop telling whack stories, Danielle, please. You can say, I'll close my eyes.
She held
my
up because I was giving her a tour of my nursery, and I have a little spatula to spread some diaper cream. She said, "I got a spatula right here." Held up her acrylic nail.
I held up my two fingers, my two acrylics.
She said, "This works the same," and I said, "You're gonna stick your nails in a butt."
It was a joke.
It's giving Lindsay.
Because literally my acrylics are so long, I feel like they could spatula potentially.
Okay, well,
but
I have no
obviously
idea what a
not.
spatula is.
So
Like
when
that,
you put,
I don't know what
when you
this
put
is.
like diaper cream on a little baby's butt,
know, like a kitchen
instead of
spatula.
using,
I know
you
what a
know,
spatula
but there's
is.
a
instead of
little
using your
smaller.
fingers to like put it in their little butt,
So diaper cream goes in their butt,
Like
Yeah.
in the hole?
in the hole, or
not
the
like
crack?
in the hole, just like in like the crack area.
Okay, I'm thinking hole. This makes more sense.
Right.
I was
Crack.
thinking, why diaper cream going up the? Nothing should be going up the butt.
Yeah.
Not okay, not up. I'm marking this episode as explicit. Not up. Just in the
It's
for the
giving
area.
parole officer, like
Wait,
like last
Wait,
episode.
so you use the like which end of the spatula?
Lexi, please.
The
Obviously
same
the
end
spatula
every time.
side.
There's a
Okay.
handle.
Well, when I thought we were going up, I thought you were using
Oh,
the
I
handle
see.
side. And I was like, well, at that point, you could use anything like her nails. But I didn't know what diaper baby butt cream was or whatever. Spatula. I don't know. I don't know any of this.
It's like a spatula to put cream on the baby's butt. I've never done it myself. I don't plan on ever doing it myself.
you don't
Hopefully
plan on ever doing it.
I hope Charlie would do it.
Cassidy,
Truly.
you're gonna have to put diaper cream on your baby's butt.
You know, can I tell you a story? I worked in the nursery at the
Oh,
camp.
yeah.
3 years. I never changed a diaper one time. I've never changed a diaper.
How many
She's
workers were
iconic.
with you at all times?
One.
So you
I
made that other
literally-
girl change every diaper?
I was
I know
so
she hated you.
emotionally manipulative that I got this other person every single time, no matter who I worked with, if I was friends with them or not, they always changed the diapers for me.
I hope you've written a letter of apology to these people.
I don't think they mind it. One of the girls is an avid mother,
Okay.
so it's good practice for her.
yeah. Oh, well.
Oh, wow.
Dang,
All right,
you
I'm
never
gonna read the
changed
next
any of those
story.
diapers. All right, go
Yep,
ahead,
I'm
Lex.
moving us along because
Thanks,
y'all love
Lex.
to chat for real about buttholes and stuff.
Lexi, you're literally the one that said up the butt. Like, that was not us.
You said what end of the spatula?
Sorry, I'm 20. Okay. All the food is specifically someone's food. Can I have some chips? No. Those are my dad's chips. Can I have a glass of OJ? Nope. Mom's OJ. It works for them, but seems completely selfish and unreasonable to me. All right, there's a little reply to this. That would never fly at home with my parents and brothers and sisters. Everything in the kitchen is fair game. If you get something for yourself, it goes in your room or else it will be eaten in 2.8 seconds.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think that's pretty valid.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Whatever you buy. I did keep a secret stash of candy corn at mom's house it wasn't in the pantry. It was like in where the camcorder was kept, like in the closet, like the coat closet.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I feel like anything you'd buy for yourself, you would eat immediately. Like
Yeah.
you would not leave it in the pantry.
Or you would put it in your room, like on your dresser,
Right.
if you wanted it for yourself.
Do you guys, you know what else is? This is reminding me of when cereal would go on sale, five for $5.
Oh, and we got 5 boxes.
And mom would get like 10 or 20 boxes.
And they would go in the other
and they would go
the other closet.
In the basement or the other closet.
Oh,
and we would have Lucky Charms for like a whole month straight. We would have Lucky Charms.
Oh, yeah,
and then we'd switch to another one that we had
honeycombs.
bulked. Yeah.
It was always, or Frosted Flakes.
That is not normal.
I hated when it was
Frosted Flakes. Oh my
Bro,
gosh.
Lindsay's obsessed with Frosted Flakes and they're freaking trash. Sorry.
I like Frosted Flakes, but after like a month of eating them every single day.
No.
As a grown adult, what cereal do you guys
Honey
eat?
Bunches of Oats.
I like the Special K fruit and yogurt one.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I hate that.
That makes so much sense.
Ugh.
I eat Honey Nut Cheerios.
Jail.
Oh, and Honey Nut
You
Cheerios.
give Honey Nut Cheerios.
Thank you.
You give Honey Nut
I
Cheerios.
like Honey Nut Cheerios. For
Yeah, they're good. Danielle, you definitely give Special K fruit and yogurt.
Yeah,
I like it. It's
I'm
good.
not gonna. Some Cocoa Pebbles though. Like let's not lie. Those hit like crazy.
I like Cocoa Pebbles.
Or like honestly Lucky Charms.
I
So I
love
haven't
Lucky
had Lucky
Charms.
Charms in so long, but they're so good.
I remember I was like down bad going through it one night and was like in my bed at like 2 a.m. eating Cocoa Pebbles, crying. I think
I was
this was
down
like a few
bad
weeks,
going
a few
through
months
it.
ago.
Lexi's like, yeah, that was last night. My thing with Cocoa Pebbles is they get so soggy.
Yeah, you have to eat them fast.
I love.
Or you
the
just do a
milk.
little bit at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie literally does like a little bit of milk. And I'm like, you're a psychopath. And then
Does he drink it?
He drinks the milk after.
Yeah.
And I leave my milk and dump it down the sink.
Okay, one thing that I appreciate about our family is we were never forced to drink milk. Because my best friend at a young age, I spent all my time over there. And every single meal you had to have a glass of milk before you could drink anything else. And like I hated it. I didn't like milk. And so I would like try to drink it and it was so horrible. But it was like that or nothing.
Yeah, but you're at someone else's house.
Yeah, so what
you're,
am I
like,
supposed to do?
not
And I'm a
gonna
kid.
drink
Like
it.
I'm young. Like someone tells me to drink milk, I'm drinking milk.
Yeah.
So I remember it was so whack.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, family memories.
I know.
Yeah.
Those are all of the Reddit stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that was a good episode.
Honestly, it was. I shed some tears. Oh my gosh, what am I saying?
Shed some tears.
Thank you, Lexi. I shed some tears like at the very beginning of this.
Yeah,
so
you guys
did
were
I.
really like the Nook
sorry.
thing was not that funny.
It really was.
Like, dude, like you guys were crying over the fact that I said the word Nook.
What took me out was the Sunday night dinner. Like literally picturing Lexi pressing buttons on the microwave and not knowing what they meant. She could put it in there for 56 minutes and she would have no idea.
She can't see.
Yeah, I hope people have more respect for me. I feel like the more people learn about me on this podcast,
Right.
I was a trooper.
You were a trooper.
Yeah. What's the word? Scrappy.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
forced to grow up very quickly.
Yeah, I defend for myself.
Yeah.
I remember sometimes playing Cooking Mama on a Sunday night and thinking to myself, man, I would have loved if I could like actually eat this.
You're like virtually
Eat it like, oh my gosh, that burger looks so
Making,
good.
like the shrimp on there.
Do you remember the home video of like it's literally my birthday and like we're all celebrating me and it pans to Lexi getting her only time on the Wii during my birthday party and she's playing Cooking Mama because that was the only time that she would get to be player one.
Yeah, and no one is like paying it. I'm not paying attention to anyone. Like I'm locked in on the game.
She was folding the dumplings in Cooking Mama.
Like people didn't understand. I had to do what I had to do in that house
She's
to
up
survive.
at like 2 a.m. playing the Wii.
I
'cause that's the
remember
only time she
every
could.
single day I would try to wake up before Lindsay to play Animal Crossings because I wanted to
Oh my gosh,
I wanted to get
I
the rock.
remember doing that. I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
trying to wake up first so I could play first.
Genuinely, I would be so pissed if I heard a door open. I would run out of my bed and try to beat people downstairs, like, because I wanted to get the money. Only a few people could hit the rocks and get the money.
That's true. It was
rock.
every morning.
It was every morning, and like we would beef over it like crazy. I remember I'd feel so satisfied when I was sitting in the on the couch by myself. It's like still dark out, and I'm like waiting for people to come downstairs. I'm like, hee, like I'm here first.
Lexi got 10,000 bells. Congrats.
Yep, I did.
Oh, man.
That was
All
a good
right.
episode.
That
Yeah, well,
was.
we hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Especially watch this episode. Like, come on. Watch us.
Come on.
Yeah. We'll see you next week for another episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.